And we are live
Nice on a Sunday.
on a Sunday. I don't know what happened yet. Cliff just said he wasn't streaming tonight, so we'll jump in. We'll fill on the spot.
Yeah, why not? Give everyone something to watch on a Sunday as they're eating dinner.
Yeah, I sent out invites to a bunch of the group chats.
See who shows up. Right on, right on. I will continue working on this. Hope I can get it figured out. What have you been up to all week, Nate? Just building? Any new crazy sets? Rivendell?
No, nothing new. I finally went back to work. So I've been at work the last 4 days.
When you say finally went back to work, how long were you off for before that?
Oh, I was out on medical leave for 3 weeks.
Oh wow, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I end up getting the let me say it right, the umbilical hernia. You know where your intestines go in your belly button?
Yeah, damn. How'd that come about? You go to lift the front end of a car off the ground or what?
Yeah, trying to move something too heavy while I was at work. And then it takes about 4 days to settle in pain wise till you finally realize you've done something. So it's not like it's instant.
Is that something that you go get like a little operation or see the doctor? Or is that something you just have to ride out till it goes away?
No, I end up getting an operation. They actually put about a 3-inch incision under my belly button, went in there and pulled my intestines out and straightened it out. And then they put like a piece of wire mesh in there behind the skin so it doesn't happen again.
Wow, trippy.
So yeah, it was overnight at the hospital and then a week in bed and then 2 weeks light duty, recovering, so I couldn't go to work.
Nice. Well, hopefully you're on the up and up now.
Oh yeah, I'm good to go now.
Yeah,
hey, Rich, there's Cliff. Hey, if any of you guys want to join and can't find the link, let me know. I'll find a group you are in with me.
Richard, Cliff. Happy Sunday, yo. Okay, well, I thought I had another board I was going to try and transfer this bad boy onto. Maybe I'll build it up a little bit first. See, we got the parts in the old Lego storage here. Damn, it doesn't look like we got much.
Yeah, I got a bunch of parts. I need to start. I got to start building this Hogwarts, or at least a version of it, so I can get the Unikitty out of the window display at the Bricks and Minifig store.
I bet you that Unikitty's just drawing the crowds, probably bringing all the boys to the yard.
She got a pretty big milkshake. So.
All right, I'll have to look at the back here and figure out what's that going to be. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've got one of those. Just make a pile of this.
So, Macro, with your castle doing the mirror image, how many parts did you have to find that were not like reversible on their own, like wings and?
Yeah, I gotcha. It actually worked out pretty good that because it was a mirror image, the angles that you use somewhere else would fit in. I still probably had to use like 8 of one piece. But other than that, it kind of solved its own problems. Wasn't too bad at all.
All right, good. I know you were imaging something else like last year, and I asked you that, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know."
That might have been, what was it? Not the Diagon Alley. I didn't mirror build that. I remember you asked me. I just don't remember what set it was, or was it this exact set? Maybe I just haven't touched it.
Maybe it was that, or maybe it was a 3-in-1. I picked up a second copy of the 3-in-1. I'm going to try and build the what I'm looking for, the watchtower. That's one of the rebrickables.
Oh, nice.
Goes with it, but
nice. Yeah, big thing about this is a lot of the angles, I mean, there's some grass angles, but for the most part, a lot of them were like the paired up angles. So you just like flip them around or do whatever. But because you got the two, even though it was a mirror built, it still actually worked out.
Right.
PPP, Scotty, Yeti, cheers, happy Sunday. Nate, PPP,
Yeah.
full circle going now.
Oh yeah. Look at that. All right, guys. I dropped the StreamYard in the chat, so if anybody wants to join.
In memory of Mayo, I'm drinking a Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah.
Of course, though, I had to spice it up macro style a little bit.
I hear you. Half Australian, half Russian. I hear you.
Yeah, it makes for a nice cash Sunday before work tomorrow.
So what time is it where you are? Did you guys do this spring forward by the hour?
Yeah, we did that stupid crap. But it actually worked out because I stay up so late on a Saturday, get up so early on a Sunday. I don't even notice an hour missing because I'm already missing 3 hours.
I noticed the hour missing.
What's that, sorry?
I said I missed that hour this morning, that's for sure. I'll make it up tomorrow.
I hear you. I might feel it tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if I'd been on night shift this weekend, it wouldn't have bothered me, but losing the hour, while you're at home trying to sleep, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. If I wasn't staying up so late at night, I would have actually noticed, but I was probably up when the clock switched over anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, 5 after 7 p.m. right now. So pretty much like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you're still just 2 hours, okay.
I'll be sleeping in 2 hours. What's this one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If I had a 12, that would be nice. And this one, did I say it was 2, 4, I was at 8. Let's see what we got.
All right.
Look at that. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Come on. There's Vader. Yeah, it was a pretty casual weekend. Didn't really do much. I got groceries. That was about it. Okay, so this one's going to be a 2, 4, 6. I need an 8.
Yeah, we didn't do. Like I said, I worked all weekend. My wife got the kids. Did get the taxes done, so that's good. That's out of the way. Filed.
Yeah, I'm working on those currently too. Ours is due in April, but I got like a stupid corporate year end or whatever you call that. I prefer this time setup. I like having daylight in the evening. I prefer the setup for sure. It's just that initial shock people get over used to. But after that, it's good to go.
Well, like I said, I realized last night at 10 o'clock that I had to get up at 3 o'clock, not 4. And I was like, oh, I got to go to bed. Like, and then it hit me this morning.
Yeah, that one will keep up on you. Okay, so now I'm going to do...
We're still in sorting. I'm sorting out 3 of the 3-in-1 castle for another castle. Oh. What's that, Cliff? Is that a rebrickable, or is that something you've...
Oh, that's going to be epic, Cliff. That's going to be very cool as well.
Yeah. I just need to start building, man. I need to get a larger table built, and I need to start building my stuff. I've been collecting Legos for like 5 years, saying I'm going to build something.
You just got to start hammering out the projects.
Yeah.
Let that create.
Like I said, if I take this Unikitty out of the window display, I got to leave something in it. So I think I'm gonna build all these Harry Potter Hogwarts sets, and then build like a little cliff or something for them to sit on, just so I can put something back in the window for a little bit.
At where? At Bricks at Minifigs?
Yeah, the Bricks and Minifigs here in my town.
Nice.
He's got a it's 30 inches by like 120, so it's about 10 foot by 3 foot window display that's got glass on all 3 of the 4 sides. You know, so kids can't get to it, and it sits right in front of a store.
Okay. You do that because you're a nice guy, or does it give you like a little advertisement, something, or?
Yeah, I'm friends with the owner and the guy that's working there all the time, and you know, I do conventions. I give out gift cards to his store. He's always telling folks about us and our group. It's the second time I think I've had a display in his window, because he likes to rotate it, but you know, he'll just come up and be like, "Hey, you got something ready?" He'd be like, "Oh, I've always got something."
That's cool, man. It's like a win-win, little eye candy to draw people into the store. It gets your name kind of out there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he lets you put a plaque up in there that says who made it.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I got one of those little printed QR code things. It has the mock name and my name. It has a QR code. People can scan it. Takes them to my Instagram.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well that's that. Now, you know, it's not a print it.
What's the goal of this double castle? Is it just on its own, or is it going to be the beginning of something? Or
it'll be part of the layout. So I've spent like all the time in like the Black Falcon. I don't even have a castle yet, but the Black Falcon castle with like the medieval village kind of leading up to the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I got the room, but I still want to have like the Forestman in a corner. The Lion Knights castle I'm working on will be in a corner, and then like in the green space you'll have like the little battles and whatnot in between, right? So it's just to give pretty much a sense of another faction within the whole realm or the whole layout. I'm sorting through. That's gonna be epic. I love castle. You know, honestly, if I didn't get into City First, if I didn't miss that era of castle and it got super expensive, I probably wouldn't have a city layout. I'd have probably a medieval layout. All the pirate ships on the table, way too many tiles for water, and all the castle.
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to build huge castle and pirate play layouts, you know, when I was a kid, because I had a variety. I didn't stick. The only thing I didn't have as a kid were the trains, because they were expensive. So that's what I focused on. When I turned into an adult, I sold off all the other series, and I kept the town sets, and I started buying myself the trains.
Okay.
Of course, this is back like 99, 2000. They weren't too stupid expensive then. You can still find them.
Yeah, and I feel like growing up, those were the main themes, like the city, space, castle, pirates. They didn't have like the Ghostbusters, the Star Wars, you know, the Back to the Future, the Winnie the Pooh. They didn't have all those shelf sets. They were all pretty much play sets across the damn board, right?
Right. Yeah, there's only like 5 or 6 teams.
Way more play sets. Now I feel like most of their sets are display sets. I shouldn't say most. They do a solid lineup of like the $100 and under sets with their play sets, but they definitely do a big chunk of, you know, unless your parents are rich, you're not playing with this castle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but they play to the adults. I mean, like I can see behind you, you've got a dozen sets on display on those shelves. Just from what I see over your head. And they do that. They deliberately aim stuff at, you know, adults like us that will buy them because they loved them as kids.
Yeah. But if they had like more play sets and castle, that would be a different landscape back there for sure.
Right.
But I would chew through all those, like every adult, we'd chew through all those sets so quick that you actually have to go get a UCS to take up a week worth of build time or something. I mean, unless you're Richard, you build it in 5 hours, but whatever.
Unless you're Richard. I don't know. I've yet to build. I've stayed away from Star Wars from the beginning, and I've not bought a USC set yet. So
smart. Means you got Uber shelf space.
No. Here, I'll show you. turn the camera back on, see if you can see. All my shelves are
they're full.
covered with half sorted. That's all. It's Lego all here. Everything up on the shelves is Mega Constructs.
Just like the rest of us, sorting and more sorting.
Yeah, and then all this down here is all the totes of Lego. That's what I'm sorting through right now. Half of them are, most of them are sorted into parts for builds, and then a lot of the stuff over there. These are all totes of stuff for, this is all my display that goes, to the show, to the convention. So I got to go through.
Yeah, you're not shy. You got a whole lot of Lego too. Damn, I didn't realize you were that deep into it. I knew you had a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm seriously deep at, but I end up getting, as my collection got larger, the room I had to work in got smaller. So now I'm in a storage room, and I've only got, I need to switch this out so where I can actually get to the point where I can actually use this Lego I've been collecting to build what I want to build.
Nice. Need that center space in that basement for a couple tables.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of your walkthrough videos. I noticed you're in like a little room by the stairs. I didn't realize how small that area is you're sitting in. And then you have a whole nother room for the city, right?
Yeah, so I do the basement, and in our basement, like the wife has a room, it's a bedroom, but it's a room for her workout room, and then a bathroom. And then there's actually a decent size, probably like 200 square feet, where the Lego City is. And then I'm actually in the mechanical room, which is a decent size space too. If I had a camera, I could move around. I'd show you. But I got like a desk. This desk is like 36 inches by 72 inches long. I got some crap under the stairs. I got all those like drawer bins sitting kind of just past these glass display cabinets.
Right.
Size space. And then same thing, like the more shelves I can get on the wall, the more that my floor is clean, or the more that it feels open, so to say.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to put a huge, it's going to be like a 6 foot by, I think 8 or 10 foot table. And then all my little rolling drawers are going to go underneath my totes, and then build a shelf just for the smaller.
That's smart. If my city wasn't, more than a couple steps walking distance, I would have done that to save a whole lot of space.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm not going to build a city I'd leave up. My goal is to build it to where it can be a display that I can move easily. So as I build, I'll also be breaking it down and packing it up and putting, the totes under the table so I know they're ready to go. So that way, when I get to do the convention that comes into town, I can actually just load it up and I know it's ready.
Gotcha. I think I screwed something up. We got a gap that's not supposed to be there. Oh, that's why that one has a stupid flower piece. Okay. That's one thing I don't do. I don't know if I could handle just hauling, the stress of the Lego bumping up and down in the back of my car to a show. Worried about, you got that one cool minifigure you want to display. It adds to the actual layout, and then some punk kid, 12-year-old snot-nosed punk kid steals it.
Well, I mean, either you put up the barrier or you put up the plexiglass. I mean, your build shouldn't be accessible. Any convention or any show you do should be able to protect your investments.
They were a bit. That's a good point. Investments for sure. They were a bit. Even in Brick World Chicago, it was like a 2 foot, like you say, little. It wasn't the ropes, but it was like a little steel rope barrier all the way around.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I've seen over in Europe when they have less room to do that. They've been putting these it's like 24 or 30 inch plexiglass. They've got these little adapters that hook on the sides of the tables, and then this plexiglass sits in there, so the kids can get right up against the glass, but they can't reach. They can get right up against the side of the table, but they can't reach over.
That'd be the best.
Get to
Yeah.
the Lego display.
Triple D, what up?
What's up, Triple D? He says, I try to just build it, but I have to visualize how the city will look at the show. Oh, yeah, dude. And Triple D, he's got a pretty cool layout. I liked his little city. But yeah, I don't know. I draw mine out, Triple D. I take a piece of graph paper and I draw squares and I mark out, like I've got 3 or 4 of these sheets hanging up here.
Yeah, if you're moving it, you'd almost want to lay it out, eh?
Yeah, well, I sit at work and I doodle this stuff. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, so here's like a 2-table layout.
And each square is a base plate?
Huh?
Each square is a base plate?
Yeah, each square is a base plate. So, and it's terrain on the outside, there's road plates, and I've got little things marked in there where I want the lake to be, where I want trees, where I want the train station.
That's what I'd have to do, especially if I couldn't build it at home first and number each plate or something. I'd have to draw it out.
And I do a lot of doodles like this. Kind of doodle out ideas for builds. That way I don't lose the image.
That's what I should be doing, is taking a notepad. I think of like topics to talk about, or like a 1-line comedy piece, and then the next day, should I forget it? Oh, damn.
Right.
There are 2. Even got the mechanics in there, the engineering drawing. Nice.
Yeah. I can see it in my head how the bricks would click together. So I can almost draw out, like using the studio like the studio program. I can almost do that in my head.
That's a skill on its own for sure. Oh, I lost that one. Okay, so it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17, 16, 17. I lied. We got 4 6s.
Here, I'll show these are the original doodles for my train station.
Nice.
And then I did it on like this is like on Microsoft Paint or something, just kind of get it squared.
That's cool. A little bit more of a structural look to it.
Yeah, and then this is like the layout I used at the Bricks and Minifigs window display. So this is, I drew the squares and knew exactly how much I needed to get out of storage and what I needed to build.
I should try that more often, drawing it out. Here I just rip stuff apart and start throwing bricks on top of bricks, ripping that apart, throwing bricks on top of bricks, rip that apart. I'm not gonna lie, my build technique is kind of stressful. Build style, I should say, is kind of stressful. I'm always down there. Does it fit? Is it gonna fit? Is it the same height? Is it parallel? Is it level? Oh no, that is. Oh, epic fail. Okay. That's a perfect example of exactly what I mean.
Up on here, pause this.
So if anyone's curious, normally would it be 2, 4, 6? This drawbridge would have been 12 studs wide. Because the way the arches work out, the way the arches work out, I had to add 2 more studs to that drawbridge. So my drawbridge is 14 studs. I'd love to show you guys the front, but I can't turn it around on these 2 goofy glass pieces. I gotta switch it over to a 1-piece melamine board.
Now, do you just use regular base plates, or do you do Mills plates so you can move your?
This one, I'm sure will eventually be on a Mills plate, but I'm just gonna tile it off with a couple jumpers, so it's kind of locked down. But all my mocks, for sure, I put them on the mills plate, because if I build on this desk and it's a decent size, half of it flops off when you go to move it, right? It's not super stable, so then you get a sag on one side, pieces start coming apart.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse than picking up and have the base plate flop on you.
Oh, for sure. I learned that lesson the hard way, like that Monkey Kid mock when it was halfway done with the double city lanterns. It was on a mills plate. I didn't do the steam of that mills plate properly. So when I picked it up, it just kind of crumpled. And if it was just a regular base plate, it would have done the same thing, even worse.
Oh.
So insider tip, my friends, definitely if you're going to do a mock and it's not just a building on 32 by 32, do it on a mills plate.
Yeah. Like, well, if you're ever going to try to move it.
Yeah, transport it down the road for sure. I mean, if it just sits in your house in a basement, to move the jazz club on a 32 by 32, that's no problem, right? But anything bigger, especially if it's multiple plates, definitely do it on a mill. It ain't cheap, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the time. The mills plate I built for that train station is 2x3 32 stud plates, and I built it 2 studs high, and made the inside of that almost solid. So it's like it's like a piece of plywood. It's not going anywhere.
Exactly, that's what it has to be. Or else you're just causing yourself more stress rebuilding stuff down the road. Yeah.
There you go. Rich has got a good point. If you're not going to do the mills plate, at least move it on a piece of wood. And I've seen that at some shows too, where people will put plywood down on the table.
Just to keep it a little bit more structurally flat versus the little dips in the table in the middle or something. Yeah. I got that in my city. There's nothing worse than having all your buildings tight at the bottom with just like an 1/8-inch gap at the top between each building.
Yeti says he has the sitcom complex on a mills plate and he's scared to pick it up. Well, Yeti, that should come apart in sections, shouldn't it? That should be an easy move.
Is that heavy?
When I start doing my city, I'm going to have to build each of the modulars I do have are going to have to go on a mills plate right off the bat. I got to go back and rebuild. I've got 3 buildings that I did as a mock. I've got to go back and put them on a mills plate so they fit in with the rest of my layout.
Yeah, once you start, that's another one. Once you start going down one avenue, you got to continue rocking that out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Now, I'm going to double up these doors.
So, what are the dates for the Chicago? Is that July 7th and 8th?
For Chicago, I thought it was... Yeah, I'm going to have to go look at my calendar. I thought it was like the 14th or something. I think I land the 14th, to be honest. March, April, May, June. Yeah, so Father's Day is on the 18th, that Sunday. So I land, I think, actually the 13th. And I'm going full hardcore, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. I leave on that Monday, I believe, the 19th.
Oh, wait, you're saying June?
In June, yeah. So pretty much I'm there from the 14th to the 18th are all full days. 14th to the 18th are all full days. Half day on the 13th and half day on the 19th.
Man, I might have to talk to the wife and let me come up. I thought it was in July. For some reason, I was thinking it was July 7th and 8th, and I couldn't.
How far are you away? How long of a drive would it be?
Just a day. It's about 5-6 hours from here.
Well, that's not too bad. 5-6 hours is still a little bit of a jaunt, but if a guy gets up at decent time in the morning, I mean, you're there by noon.
Yeah, and I was thinking about coming up doing the weekend, but we've got a vacation on one of the Great Lakes in July, so I couldn't take both weeks off. So, but I don't
So
know.
June works out better for you.
Yeah, I might really try to, pull some brownie points and come up on Friday, stay the night or something. Hang out Friday, half Saturday.
Gotcha. Hey, brownie points go a long way. Okay, so if I had one stuff,
Going to Brick World, Indianapolis this weekend coming.
Yeah, I caught Wendy mention that. That'll be fun. It'll be epic, actually.
I just don't know who else is going to be there. I know there's 2 people told me on Instagram they're going to come. So I'll have somebody, chat with. I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of people there. I just, haven't realized they're going to be there yet.
I think all those Brick Worlds are eventually going to start blowing up. Just depends on, again, the timing and how people can get out. I mean, there'll be eventually in my life, my bucket list. I'll go to every single one there ever was in a year, whether it's in Australia, UK,
right,
and just do a full vacation tour of it.
Scott says Chicago's only a 14-hour drive for him. Oh well, I mean, y'all start Thursday, swing by Kentucky, pick me up.
I think it was a bit of a jaunt for me, like 22 hours. Enough that the gas wasn't worth it compared to the flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fly. I think anything past 12 hours. Now that's a full day off of work too now, right? To drive there in time, get back home in time. It's not just the gas, it's also the time off work. Once I added that up, I was like, nah, I'm not driving. I'll fly.
Well, I'm sorry, 22 hours is like, that's got to be a 2-day drive. There's no way I'd make 22 hours straight.
No, I could pull over maybe somewhere in a rest stop for a 5-6 hour nap and still keep going, but I wouldn't try and do it all at once.
No.
I'll probably hit the ditch and flip the car.
Man, I honestly don't drive more than 5 or 6 hours in a day anymore. Like, we go to Florida, it's like a 3-day excursion,
Okay.
Stop in Tennessee, then stop again in Georgia.
If we go to Vancouver, well, we'll go to Victoria, and it's also an hour ferry ride, which is easy. I mean, you can sit down and have a nap on the ferry if you wanted to. But Vancouver's about 10, 11 hours. And I'll do that in a one shot. I also find it depends on the scenery. Like, if it's just flat prairies, yeah, it's boring and you're falling asleep. But if it's like mountains, a couple windy highway roads, at least it keeps you on your toes and something to look at and awake. I drove small trucks for a while, like the 3 tons air brakes, Scotty, or no air brakes, but still decent sized 3-ton trucks.
Yeah. I mean, we talking small trucks like Nissans, or like
Yeah, like the little sprinters or box vans, or like the next size up, the decent sized little moving trucks. That's funny. Funny story about moving trucks. I remember being young, having a friend who started a business that was a moving company. He bought some used 5-ton truck. Kind of a hooligan, so like about a month into it, he still didn't have insurance. And he got pulled over for whatever reason in this truck. And the cop's like, dude, you don't got insurance on this thing? Like, this isn't just a little car going down the road. He's like, oh, dude, I've been meaning to, da-da-da, I'm just young, trying to do this, whatever. Just bullshitted his way. And the cop literally looked at him and went, it's the end of my shift. I don't want to deal with this right now. And let us go. 5-ton truck down the highway with no insurance. He let us go. I was blown away. I was like, dude, I don't know what you said to that officer, but what's in Chicago? Lots of food, lots of art museums.
Couple of Lego stores.
Lots of Lego stores. Eric says Bricklog says it's the Mecca. It's the central hub of Lego. They got so many Lego stores, conventions, bricks and minifigs.
I'm sure. I mean, yeah, that area is huge. Yeah, and also I'm gonna try and do the. Tim Woods is doing a show in August in South Illinois. I think I'm gonna try and make it to that, but I gotta get the money for the hotel first.
Yeah, that's not cheap either. Those damn convention center hotels, expensive ass posh hotels, meant for the rich or something.
Yeah.
Cliff, if you're going, we're trying to get some numbers. We want to do that medieval times, that joust tournament live show. Eat your chicken and your mashed potatoes with your hands type deal.
Yeah, you done that down in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee?
That sounds fun. I haven't done anything like that or seen any show like that, but that sounds epic.
I've done that show, man. That it was what was the one we went to? It was the Dolly Parton owned it, Southern Rodeo or something like that. But they were having a jousting thing that weekend, and like you said, they give you half chicken. Get you a beer and a handful of napkins and a half chicken and some. I'm trying to think what's the name you'd recognize. Kale.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, I'm all about that. Nice beer stein, a show. I wouldn't say a free show, but a good show.
Sit there, rip it off the bone, eat, and watch them run them horses around the arena.
Yeah, Cliff's done that. Okay, nice.
Dixie Stampede. There you go. Cliff knew the name of it.
Good to know. That sounds fun. Also, because everyone's going to be hyped up, I'm sure a couple people will get juiced up if they're going out for some beers. I know they were last year in the lobby.
Right.
There'd be a couple times where I'm trying to hold my head up, or I'm walking through the convention center at 2 a.m. and I'm just like, man, I hope these guys don't knock all this shit over and wreck it for me tomorrow morning. Don't get too close now, boys. Actually,
I found something cool. Oh, go ahead.
That's the Bearded Builders Guild. They went and placed all these little tiles throughout everyone's mock when they were all juiced up. So the next morning I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm allowed to take one of these, but I took it anyways.
Okay. What's your say?
What's my say?
Yeah, what's your little printed break there say?
Oh, it's the Bearded Builders Guild.
Oh, sweet.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got it. I got a good stack of those, but they're all for the same show. So.
Yeah, why not? It's a little bit of bragging rights. It's just, memories of every show you went to, minus the 2020 ones. I didn't go to 2.
Oh, look, Triple D's Triple D's trying to talk me into it. He says, let me know. He says, we can meet in town. I'll split the gas in the hotel in Chicago. Oh, Triple D, now you.
Oh, yeah. If anyone wants to split it any further, dude, I can sleep on the floor and rotate that bed out. They just get them to come clean the sheets every morning, and it's good to go.
There you go, Triple D. We might have a floor. I'll take the bathtub. I'll bring it up pillows.
That's funny. I said that one last year too. I had no problem. Get her done.
Yeah.
Rent that bed out and then cut that cost in half again down.
But you're already sharing with somebody, aren't you?
Yeah, Hive and Chef. I actually bunked up with Chef last year for, it was a night or two. And then BFAB for half a night before, for whatever reason, he felt bad and went and slept in his car. Funny guy.
You were snuggling too hard, huh?
I guess so. I must have been pushing up on him too much in the middle of the night. But no, we had separate beds. Man, it's a riot. And just to know that they're sold out extra fast and all these up to more people going, it's going to be an absolute party for sure.
Yeah, might not even sleep. Might just.
And then 2024, it might be even a couple other, like a little bit of a different crowd going. Like the people who didn't go this year or last year are going to go in 2024. So I might have to go again then.
Like you were saying on the other stream, the other night. If you do one show, it's definitely the show to do.
Yeah, if it's the biggest one, I don't know all the numbers of the other shows or how many people show up or square footage of convention center display space they got. But man, when I went there, I was blown away. Like that convention center, you could back up a full-on semi-tractor trailer in there and unload your Lego if you had to.
Oh yeah.
Heck, I'll sleep under a table. Hey, I thought about that too. As long as you got somewhere to put your suitcase and have a shower, that hotel is so posh, you could probably just sleep in one of their couches in the lobby. Just set your alarm so every 3 hours you get up and move to a different couch so they don't, harass you.
There you go, Triple D. Maybe we'll split a tank of gas and go up and just sleep on the couches in the lobby.
Or rent an RV. I don't know what renting an RV would be. It might be cheaper than the damn hotel, especially if two guys are sharing it. That hotel last year for me was almost $1,000 American, which is like 1,400 Canadian or something down.
Man, just for the flight there and back.
Just for the hotel. The flight was only $900 there and back Canadian. The hotel was a little bit more just because the exchange rate for me.
You had 5 nights.
It was Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, 6 nights.
Oh, good Lord.
So I guess it's not that bad considering how nice that hotel was, but still, a guy can buy a lot of Lego for $1,000. Shit.
But you'll never get that experience back, will you?
I was about to say, yeah, you'll never get an experience. You can sit in the basement, build Lego all you want. You'll never get that experience. Just more personal when you meet everyone face to face.
Yeah, that's why I'm pushing to branch out this year. I think I'm going to do 3 shows this year.
Nice.
And I want to start doing more. I want to start, I'm telling the wife, we can start planning these, long weekends in other states. Of course, I'll just be doing the convention, but I'm trying to, hey, do you want to go to this place in West Virginia? We could do Brick Fair. That's only a day's drive for me.
That's what I'd have to do. Like if it was something in UK or Australia, I'd have to convince the wife it's a vacation, go do a bunch of fun vacation stuff, and then go take the 2 days, whether she wants to come with me, drag her there or not. That'd be one hell of a hot box, Scotty.
Scotty says he'll rent a van. Hey, I got a van. I mean, take the back seats out and blow up an air mattress.
You might want to board those windows up, though. You never know the mean streets of Chicago. At least get someone outside keeping 6, take shifts. So.
Oh, I heard it wasn't in Chicago. I thought it was like a little suburb south of it.
A little bit not far off, but if you want to go down by a river, I don't know, you might be sleeping with everyone else who wants to sleep down by the river.
Oh, yeah.
You're pulling up with your nice posh van or RV into tent town there, and all of a sudden everyone's heads are turning towards you.
Yeah.
Make sure you got that lock nut on your wheels, bro. Wake up on blocks or something.
Got 5 shows already booked. Yeah. I need to start coming down by you guys, Triple D. I need to start doing some of these.
Yeah, that means he's in that Mecca area. I just found out about one the other day. I think it was Jen mentioned it. She mentioned BrickCan. She's in Vancouver. That's still 10 hours away, but at least it's Canadian dollars, Canadian exchange rate and stuff. I can convince the wife to go to Vancouver for a vacation.
There you go.
We go to Kelowna pretty much every year, which is about 3 hours away from Vancouver, still on the mainland, so it'd be all right. And Kelowna,
I need to do more. I got the Lug Triple D's in and Hoosier Bricks and Willie and them. That's only about a 3-hour, 4-hour drive for me, depending where they are. They do a lot of shows south of me in my state. And then if I go an hour north of me towards Cincinnati, the Okie Lug is up there. They do a lot of shows also.
That's why they're doing a lot of shows. That lug, I gotcha. Don't you have to do like 2 or 3 shows a year, something mandatory?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I've not done an actual, official lug. But yeah, I don't know. I've looked into joining one of the two. Yeah, then I always hate it because every time they want you to commit to something, it's always a weekend I got to work or a weekend I'm on call, and then I can't. I got like one weekend every 8 weeks that I can actually say I can be there.
Yeah, to pursue it to the fullest, I feel like I'd have to be half retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Have to get around.
I need this YouTube channel to be monetized, and that way I can.
Cash in on the hundreds of millions of dollars and be free man. I hear you.
There you go. Yeah, I put my application in for the land. We'll see how it goes.
I would too. Let them send me a couple free sets until they kick me out.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if they could kick me out for any legit reason. Like, what are they going to say? You drink too much? I was like, hey, I got an illness, man. You can't give me shit for that. Calling my lawyer.
Discriminate for my disability.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sick, man. It's a personal choice, but hey, I'll play the sick card. No problem.
Right.
With my plate down.
ZZZ is in our lug too. Who's ZZZ, Triple D?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go find out. Got another new YouTuber to watch. Use the off colors here. But there already is a slight issue. Oh no, it's not. Those plates will be tired.
There he is. When's Zizu get here?
Zoo.
Oh, so he's saying Zizu joined the Tennessee Valley Lug. Okay.
Okay, so you're up in that area, Triple D, Lexington, Louisville, Nashville. That's where you're at, isn't it, Big Nate? Nashville?
No, I'm in Louisville.
Okay.
Louisville, as everyone in the rest of the world pronounces it.
All you have to do is say his name 3 times, man.
So yeah, there's 3 shows coming to this town. Well, no, 2 coming to our town, 1 going to Lexington, which is it's only an hour drive from here. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna take a quick intermission. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna keep building. We're getting there, my friends. As soon as I get this area built up, figured out, I can start making this piece. I figure about 4 studs wider. I'll have to go back and count. I'm hoping to get 2 of these windows in the middle. This will be a little bit wider. Sit up top here. Boom, and then the hard work's done, man. Once I get this on, literally the bridge and everything, the doors are all going to be all hooked up, ready to go. This is the last hard part to figure out, is just to rebuild this. Whatever it is, how much wider. So I'm coming to here. I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, 5, 6, 7, 8 studs wider. For sure I'll get another window in there. That window is 6 studs. 2, 3, 4. I lied, it's only 4 studs. So I'll be able to get another window in there, keep the bricks in the... Get another window in there, keep the bricks on the side, and then still have another 2 space of bricks before this bump out. So it'll still be all symmetrical. It'll still work out perfect. Can't do that hard. Come on. It's just a kid's toy. Can't be that difficult. only going to be like a 15,000 piece wall. The lecture roughly. Yeah, man. I'll eventually get to all of them. I want to meet all the Lego peeps. I should steal Brixie's idea before he does it. Now he has kids, you know, he's all tied down and shit. I should do Macro Does America. I just go hit up all the conventions, meeting everyone, documenting it the whole way. Their idea if you don't get it done in the next 5 years. It'd be perfect. Those kids are all like into hockey and sports and school. Definitely won't have time to pull that off. We have to do is say his name 3 times. You generally got to say Johnny G's name 1 more time. Where's Johnny? Okay, we're doing good. I still gotta look at the instructions though. So this front arch, those are all 1 plate high. They're all level with this tile. This front arch right now is 2 plates higher than that tile. So let's double check with the power of instructions to make sure that is the actual case. Okay, so now we got this arch, which is level with that. Yes, we got a tile on there. That makes sense. Cross. Okay. We got. Oh shit. Okay.
I'm back. Which part are you working on? Oh, so you're trying to double up the instructions.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that I got all this the right level so I can continue on with this middle piece. Well, maybe not that one, but this middle piece.
Maybe not that one. So if you had to shorten it by 2 studs, how is that messing with the rest of the build?
So I was going to shorten it by the 2 studs, but it was going to screw up all the arches. So the arches have a support in the middle, but if I shorten it by 2 studs, that support's gone, and I just have to plate it all the way across like these top ones. So I actually didn't even shorten it 2 studs. I just made that drawbridge 14 studs wide now.
Got you.
So the front of this, I'll have to add 1 more stud in each of these doors. Pretty nice. So these doors here, I'll just add 1 more stud to them, and then it's perfect. If I shortened it up 2 more studs, it would have actually been a nightmare. So I just rolled with it and just said, screw it. And I think it's going to work out better, to be honest. What did I say? 139?
Yeah, looks good.
I think so. Thanks, man. It's gonna look good when it's done. Once that top part that I just dropped gets back up on there, and these doors go up and down, this drawbridge goes up and down, laughing. And then what I think I'm gonna do is, because these pieces swing out,
right? And
I still got these left over, so I had to take them off to join that drawbridge up. Oh shit, I'll break those as well. I'm gonna try and attach these onto here.
Oh yeah, that thing's gonna be huge then.
It's gonna be a decent size. They'll still might be fully enclosed that way. That'll be epic. I was super worried about it last night. Just looking at it, I was like, man, this is going to be so much work. I'm going to be intimidated. I'm going to rip it halfway apart and then just screw it all up. It's actually a lot easier than what was inside my head. Thank God. Summer break, nice. You a teacher, Triple D? Or are you just a Bricklink seller? And I shouldn't say just like Bricklinks. It seems like I'm not giving you the full credit. When you say summer break, I'm curious, are you a teacher?
No, no, Triple D's not a teacher. So wait. So Triple D, how many in the lug are going to be at the Lexington show? Because if there's going to be a bunch of you guys there, I may have to call in that day sick and make the drive.
Yeah, just don't get caught on camera then, I guess.
No. I mean, my job. You call in. It's called a personal day. They don't care what you're doing.
Okay.
They don't care what it's for.
The wife has the personal days, but if she calls in sick and gets caught at the airport or something, she's in shit. Or if she uses a personal day, that's different. But she only gets, like, say, 4 personal days a year versus, like, say, 10 sick days a year or something. I was like, what? You get technically an extra 2 weeks vacation because you get all your paid sick days, you get your personal days, and you get your vacation. Man, I went in the wrong business here. I don't get paid unless my hands are moving. If I'm sick, I get nothing. I got to go take a personal day for a funeral or a flat tire. I get nothing.
I asked, what are you in? I thought you were in medical.
I fucking wish. I'm not that smart. I do construction. I install kitchens around suburbia in Calgary.
Oh, well, that's why yours looks so good.
Yeah, do it as a job. That's right. All my pictures on Instagram, that's just work for me. I literally just back up a truck with a canopy full of tools, back up to a front door, unload my tools, and start slamming in boxes and doors.
There you go. You do the thing where most people have their cabinets already delivered. You just have to go in and
Yep. So I subcontract to a bigger company, and then they do all the big builders in the city. So literally, they got a warehouse full of cabinets deliveries. They do all the logistics, and they drop all the cabinets off at each house or each condo or whatever. So I just show off everything's already there. I just have to unwrap it, cut it all up into pieces, screw it together, level it off, fix all the broken shit.
There you go.
Redesign the design that the designers didn't want to do properly in the first place, and done.
When we remodeled our kitchen, we had bought everything and had it all set up beginning of 2020, and then the whole COVID thing started in March, and like everybody dropped out and refused to come in and do the work except for the cabinet guy and the counter guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was happy the cabinet guy said he was coming in because I replaced everything in that kitchen. Like I ripped it down to the drywall. Nice.
I was still busy, like during COVID. Well, I work by myself, right? When I'm in a house, there's no one there, whether it's a 600 square foot condo or a 6,000 square foot house. I'm kind of by myself. So during COVID, It was no problem. I just put on a mask, work by myself, and they let you stay busy the full time. I guess as an essential worker or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I feel you. I worked through the whole thing too.
Which I felt grateful for. I got lucky that way. I'd hate to be a bar owner or a bartender or a server and then have to lose my job.
I know. Like a restaurant owner and not be able to be shut down for weeks and then be told to carry out only after that. It's
Or you have to have these stupid plexiglass panels between each table, which costs you, like $10,000 to install or something dumb. Like, what a waste. I would have lost my mind.
It was a rough time. I'm glad the herd immunity kicked in.
Oh no. Could have been worse, I guess. I was actually watching a thing on the news about that the other day. They said 51,000 Canadians died in the last 2.5 years of the scamdemic, and 7 million people worldwide died. I was like, man, that's a lot of people. Shit.
Well, I don't know. I'd be curious about that.
Me
I'm
too.
sure the number
Whether it was a heart attack and they
they just had to happen to have COVID at the time they died of something else. That
yeah.
sucked. But I mean, I don't know when it first came out, it was pretty strong. I know a lot of people's bodies couldn't handle it. I mean, I didn't catch it until I didn't catch COVID till like the fourth strand. So I got lucky. I just got it felt like a stomach bug.
Yeah, I was about a year and a half, 2 years into it before I got it too, and it was 2 days, not too bad, in and out. And the funny thing was, is I slept beside the wife the whole time. We didn't isolate. We still watched TV together, ate together, slept together. She never got it.
Now I'll tell you, I did isolate. I stayed in the basement. The kid, no one else came down for 3 days, but yeah, no one else in my family caught it.
Oh, you're in your glory then. That's probably perfect for you. Get some nice alone time.
Yeah, no, I slept a lot. I wanted to ask you about your hoodie. What's the design on there? I mean, I know the brick with the hand, but what's it say?
Macro Bricks. That's the Brick Hive created logo that I use for the channel.
Yeah.
And I got this hoodie from Vistaprint. I find they got the actual best print quality. Like, this is, just looking at it, it's solid print quality, where the ones from Teespring or whatever, they start to like peel pretty quick.
Right.
Exactly. We're all labeled COVID deaths. You could have died in a car accident 3 years ago. It was a COVID death. Alligator attack, COVID death. No, you didn't chuck the hand grenade fast enough, COVID death.
Yeah, it was weird. Nobody died of natural causes for about 8 months there.
I'm not going to say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but
yeah,
it was a little sketchy in my opinion. And it's just the unknown, right? Because now we have zero control, and we just do what we're told, whether we think it's proper, whether it is proper, whether it's legal or illegal, right? We're just like literally a bunch of peons being told what's up.
Well, Willie's out of the house.
Okay, how many plates? What's this one? 3, 6, 10. I need a heater. I don't know if I got it. And if I use some other color, you're going to see. Oh, sorry, it's the back, I guess. Oh yeah, now I got all these stupid 6s left. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Oh shit. That's double it right there. Perfect. Is 2 4s. Hey, we can make that work. Okay, back to the instructions for seconds. Good thought first. It is. Level with those masonry bricks. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's stupid. 4 and 6. Yeah, kick it down a little bit. Any big sets in your near future, Big Nate?
Big sets?
Yeah, Rivendell, Ninjago Market.
No, I don't have the kind of money for that. I wanted to get those Hogwarts school banners,
Nice.
but I talked my way out of it when I saw them at the store. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. Everything I want to get, I just need to tell myself to wait because I'll find it on clearance in a couple of months. You know,
Truth.
I've got so much I need to sort out. There's nothing out there right now I've got to have.
Yeah, man, if you can stay busy sorting or doing whatever you already have, good way to save a couple bucks, that's for sure.
I do. I need to complete the 1,500 projects I've already started.
Ain't that the truth?
So no more mail on Friday. Cal was. Oh, look at what's Richard saying. No more mayo on Fridays. Cal was MIA this week. Clicking and Bricking canceled.
Oh yeah, the YouTube landscape changing.
Thanks for stepping up. Well, I mean, Richard, you want to join us? Join us. It's pinned at the top of the chat. If anybody wants to come in, I'll take the first 4 guests. I'll even drop out if 5 of y'all want to come in.
I don't know what's up with Mayo, to be honest. I know he's doing his little break thing, but he didn't really fill me in, and he's not answering any of my messages, so I got 0 input or 0 info for you all. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he starting school again, or is he done with school? Starting a career? What's he doing?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'll be on tomorrow night on a Monday. It might just be that time, too. People get busy, but I'll take a weekend off every once in a while when life comes up, but I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And if Mayo doesn't start streaming on Fridays anytime soon, I'll jack that time spot up again. I kind of originally gave it up because Yeti and I used to hang out with him Saturdays at like 5 in the morning or something stupid. Then he wanted to tap into the North American viewership, so we switched to like the Fridays, which is Saturday morning for him. And I wasn't going to compete or argue or this or that, and I was just like, I'll just not stream Friday nights, just like one night. But if he's going to give it up, I'll take Fridays on again. Me too. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to keep on streaming, man. Keep on making videos. Speaking of which, I'm going to get one done here soon. I feel bad I haven't done one for 3 weeks. This is the content you are looking for. Start with an insider tip on how to get free bricks and pieces orders. This is going good. This is going good. What happened with this front arch neck? How high is it compared to the rest? Front arch. Okay, so it's coming up.
I think I found my microphone and my camera. Hold on.
Spells. One step higher. That is. 2 studs higher than those plates. We're not 2 studs higher than those plates? Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. All right.
Did my voice get any louder? My microphone's on now.
It was turned down a bit. Or the music was turned up too loud, maybe.
Oh, well, hold on.
No doubt.
Turn the music down. Can you hear the? I can't even hear the music. Can you hear the music?
I can hear it pretty darn good, yeah.
All right,
Just
let's
hard to
tap the
go.
music.
There you go. Can you hear us a little bit better now over the music?
Now you can hear me.
Yeah, now you're loud and clear.
Oh, good. Let's see it.
Ooh, a big storm. I think we just missed a big storm recently. We're getting lucky. Okay, what is that? 4 studs wide. What they use to cover that gap up? So coming off. Let's go back. We are coming off the front. We got that built up. There would be between there normally another thing of plates. Okay. And then some filled in shit and some more plates. Okay. And then this brown crap, but because I'm doing mine different, I want. Where are them cheese wedges at? Where are those cheese wedges in the middle? Oh, because that piece has the hinges on the back. Okay. So I need a cheese wedge everywhere. There's this for the door. We'll do 3P then. 3 wide. We got lucky. One more left in there. Connecticut. Hey, good thing you're far away from me. I just finished shoveling my driveway. Well, that's a decent build space. Was that like the sorting build space in one?
Well, this is like
A workspace.
Yeah, it's not a real build space. This was like supposed to be a build table, but it kind of got just sitting on top of some Tupperware right now.
Little Sunday night treat.
All right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna go find.
What all have I done to this castle? To be honest, Haley, not much. I ripped a bunch of guts out and just pushed it together. If it was on a board, not these 2 pieces of glass, I could turn it around and show you. And just expanded the drawbridge. I stuck the drawbridges together. Realized as two studs too short, so I expanded it. Just the drawbridge. The rest of it just fit together. Now it gets solid. And then all I got to do is mock this up 4 studs wide, put the extra window in. I might have to transfer, where's the camera? This little reel to the back, which is just going to be a couple gears in there, a little bit of monkeying around, but I can't switch it to the other side, right? Because of that. So it's been a little bit of monkeying around, but to be honest, Haley, not much. I haven't had to do much. It's going pretty darn good. Will this fit here? But I'm missing some of those whatchamacallit pieces. And I got a whole lot of pieces left over. Like I got all these pieces to work with. And then these are left over as well. I had to take these out to make the drawbridge in the middle. So now I can add these on this back end. So it's still going to be somewhat like a fully enclosed, massive ass castle. Yeah, I was more worried about it than I should have been. It actually wasn't that bad at all. I had to change all the plates, some of the plates on the bottom, because the original, when I just pulled the guts out, the plates were still sticking too far out that it wouldn't come together. So I switched those plates out. I think I took 3 studs off each side, and then it just perfectly met back up. Drawbridge is in there nice and tight. I'll have to extend these doors 1 stud down the middle. I actually thought it was going to be 2 studs, which would have been super awesome and easy. I'll have to do 1 stud down the middle. Oh, no big deal. I want it to look cool. I might need some more pieces. I'll need a bunch of 3s going across to keep the holes in the middle, you know, to keep it all uniform. But I think by the end of next weekend, I should have it all rebuilt back together, be able to move it, and start throwing in some of my own details and modifications. We'll see how she goes. He's a real weather guy, like he's accurate more than 50% of the time, or what? Thing with these weather guys, I look out my own damn window and I'm more accurate than they are. Or is he a comedy special weather guy? Okay, now would we need 4s? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do I got any from the original build first off? No. Okay. Well, it's just a 2. 2 6s or at least 1 4. There's a 6. Damn, there's a 6. This is a little tedious and time consuming, but I actually think the mirror build, not that it was more challenging, but it's definitely more time consuming.
Right.
All right, there we go. Still got the space in the middle for the doors to open up. Put that there, and that goes there. Why don't I just use it to another cheese wedge? It'll be a safe bet. Lion Hall, I feel like I've heard of that name, but not familiar enough. What? Oh, perfect. If I got enough room in the middle, I'll do a very cool, some kind of like layout or little village scene, or another massive tower that trumps the rest of this castle. Keep the little village float.
I'll keep that kind of like a horseshoe shape, and then put like a large tower in the back of it, in the middle.
That'd look good. And it kind of is that horseshoe shape. Definitely will be like an oval for sure, with lots of room in the middle.
Right.
And they'll have to come back and rebuild those dungeons underneath a little bit, but for the most part, it's kind of already there. He's in my neck of the woods, and he's usually spot on. Nice. We got crazy weather up here because we're right by the mountains. We get those Chinooks coming in. The weather can change on a spot. Like some days like May to June, you'll still get all 4 seasons in one day. You still working on that, Nate? What was it? Skeletor Castle?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not even halfway through this build.
Wow. Onslaught of purple. Holy cow.
Yeah, a lot of purple.
That looks good. I know we talked last, and you mentioned that the Mega Blocks, the Halo, is decent resale. And after we said that, I was kind of keeping my eye out. One of the last times after we were talking, I went through Walmart. They had like the original Halo buggy, some of the cool airships, and I was tempted to pull the trigger, man.
They are a lot more plentiful up there in Canada, that's for sure. What I would suggest, if you can find them on a deep discount, deep sale price up there, and you had someone to ship them down to, like someone you could send them down here in the States, or I know Mexico actually gets a better deal too.
It's kind of guaranteed easy money if you get it on a decent deal then?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people in the States that cannot find that stuff.
Yeah, now after working, you can go swing by Walmart, see what they got. Get a collab going. I'll ship it down to you. You be the middleman. You take your cut.
There you go.
Win, win, win. I try and do that. If I need anything done and there's someone in the Lego YouTube community who has the experience or the skills, I run it through the community first before I'm going to outsource it anywhere else. Keep it all in the family. Nice. And like Richard was saying, the best part about this drawbridge is not only will I be able to get the horse and Barding, be able to get a full-on wagon through there. And I'll switch it up a bit. I still like this idea of the double entrance to one gate, but I'll probably do it a little bit more like dark rock on the outside edge instead of a ramp. I'll put it a little bit more like a staircase.
I mean, yeah, but your wagon's not gonna. Can you put those together in the front, make that like a large? Can you turn those to where it comes head on?
I could play with these quite a bit. I could do like
that, like fill in the space between them.
I think that's a better idea. Dude, you're onto something. I'm going to roll with that because I was thinking this way. Like you say, now
nothing's coming from the side.
I'd have to build them out another 4 studs.
Yeah.
I like this idea better. You're right.
I mean, or use the 2 things from the side, but then still build your ramp for the wagons from the front.
Yeah, I just have to make this a little wider and then join the middles up in the actual middle. And then the wagons could still get up the ramps and then pull on into the middle and go straight to the drawbridge. I like that better. And that way you can still send all your infantry, all your foot soldiers still have to go up each side. So from a defense perspective, it's a lot better. And then people ask, well, what happens when I got to get all my infantry out? Well, dude, if I get my infantry out, that means we're doing the logistics on our own scale on our time. So we can go pile out all the infantry at night or something, right?
Yeah.
but better from a defense point of view to have the two ramps up, I think.
I'm just saying, I mean, if you want to talk defense strategy, when I was a kid in England, I actually took a course on Roman, military strategy.
Nice. That'd be interesting.
I know how to build a turtle, like.
That'd be interesting. So you're all about the Trojan horse then?
Yeah, exactly. It was common knowledge in Europe. You guys are probably halfway there being Canadian, but
there's a mock I haven't seen, nor have I looked it up, but a minifig scale Trojan horse. Here, will you take my gift? Just reel it into your castle.
Well, I mean, there you go. So now you've got the castle. Can you build the Trojan horse?
A whole lot of stuff. Once you get the castle done, there's so many scenes you can play out with, like the Black Plague, tax collecting. Bricklock was feeding me ideas. I was just like, man, this is golden. This is golden. No, it's been fun. The original build, the mirror build, pulling them apart, it's been good.
So does your castle have actual archery slots? Or
this one? Or my own medieval layout?
I mean, that one. How accurate is that build military-wise?
I don't know about archery-wise, but there's dudes up in the little top towers. They got the little cutouts that they can duck behind and shoot the bow and arrows out and stuff. Or shoot the arrows, not the bows. But pretty good. I mean, I could probably add a couple more. If I widen this middle piece up here, it'll give a decent spot for some archers.
Well, I mean, do you have room? Is there a tar? Is there a tar bucket?
No, but that's a good idea, especially since you got this gate here, right? Catch them on the drawbridge, load them up with a bunch of hot skin melting tar.
I mean, that was one of the things they used. If you got across the drawbridge, they dump tar and throw fire at you.
Oh, exactly. That's what happened at that drawbridge right before that gate. Buckets of tar. That's right. Buckets of tar, and then they get those fire bow and arrows.
And some buckets of rocks.
See, that's the funny part about Lego not making guns, but yet death by sword or like death by arrow is okay. I'm pretty sure this is still a weapon. The guy's still holding a weapon. I'd rather get shot than get my arm cut off or have to bleed out. Lego's just ruthless, that's all. I'm gonna have to get another can of Mountain Dew shit. Okay, well, we're making good progress on that. This is sturdy now, so it's supposed to be. Really, I think all I gotta do is start getting these up here. And expanding it out. How far do we gotta go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 2, 5. Well, that's a stupid number. Okay, so 5, and I'm going 8. So I'm gonna get 3. What? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm gonna get 3 studs extra. The window is gonna be 4. So this arch will still work. Uh-oh, is the next arch gonna work out though? Three studs, the window's 4. Uh-oh. 3 studs.
Is it 2 half towers together, or is that 1 tower? On the top there?
Right now it's just 1 tower. I might have to move this window over a stud to make it work with the other window.
Right.
And I don't know if I want to build this on here. Maybe I want to take it kind of like on the desk and rip it apart.
All right. That would look all right sitting on top there. How do you make that fit?
It won't be hard. I just got to figure out this middle part. Once I expand this middle part and get this bump out back on, it'll be laughing.
Well, I'm just saying, the piece you're holding, though, how can that just sit in the middle of that?
It could, but then I got to build up these sides for some windows because it's not wide enough. So if I built up like the windows on here, this actually sits. This would sit perfectly. So unless I wanted to go like another level up, but then I got to come up with a whole lot of my own insides and mechanicals and stuff. So I'm going to cheat and just expand this, which isn't really cheap. It's still going to be a lot of work, but that's okay.
It's easy when you're in the mirror. You know, they have to come together. It's a little more interesting.
So I got to rip off one of these sides. Well, at least we got the instructions. I mean, what can go wrong? What can go wrong? All right, Nate, I'm going to be right back. I got to grab a Mountain Dew to finish the rest of this off here.
All right, sounds good, bud.
Minute or two, I'll be right back.
I don't know. Trying to figure out. Who's still out there? It's saying it's my neck of the woods. Any of you guys watching? If you want to join, StreamYard's pinned at the top.
Dude, I'm going to pull all this apart. I'm also going to have to move these chains to the outside of this drawbridge. This actually might be the hardest part that I've had to do yet. Okay.
It'll make you think.
So far, so good. Down. I'm going to switch my camera so you guys can see my concentration phase here. Do one of these. It's going to be messy. What's this piece back there for? Okay. This is going to have to come out and go out the back. I'm just trying to strategically pull this apart. Hey, that worked out all right. Okay. So that's right below the window. Okay. Trying to remember that. So I'm going to move this whole window and arch over one. Oh, shit. Okay. Ditch this. Oh, damn, good lord. Pull that one out.
One of my kids just came in and was like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" I'm like, "We talk about why you're not in bed."
How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
10 and 13.
10 and 13, all right. 8 more years. Hopefully, you're only a free man, or you're almost a free man. 8 more years.
That's my 13-year-old coming in like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Why are you not asleep? I told you an hour ago."
Causing trouble. This piece has to come out. I guess it doesn't matter how these masonry bricks go back in as long as that wall gets built back in. This one is coming out. Fuck yeah. Okay. Now, move this sucker over. Oh shit, it's falling apart already. No, it's all attached in there? Shit. Sucks.
It's not gonna work.
And we're gonna have to rebuild that, so let's try and just. Ooh. I'm gonna move that over one. I'm gonna have to pull this whole. Can almost clip that instead. Nice, okay. So you gotta keep the instructions on tap, my friends.
Yep, keep the originals close.
In case you go too far deep, you know. It's a freewheeling piece right there. Oh, how we need this for? I think this piece is just here for guidance. I don't know what it is, but it seems overrated to me, so we'll just take that right out. Starting to look like something, isn't it? Okay, so this one. Oh shit, it's too big. So what do I need instead of that? I need one of those pieces. Something that's like this, actually. Don't mind me, I talk to myself as I work.
That's right. keep me going.
Well,
I'm over here trying not to cuss out loud because I can't fuck to eat.
oh, that's the same as that. Damn, I need this 90-degree without that on it.
This is a cool part.
Yes, like this yellow one that works. I don't think we see this if it's yellow. This out. So. You got to work most of this week, mate?
I'm on call tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm getting work tomorrow night. And then I'm on night shift Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much most of the week.
What about Friday, Saturday? Is that like perfect timing? You get time off Friday, Saturdays?
I will be off. I'll be off like when I get off like Friday lunchtime. I'll be off that night, and then I'm off Saturday enough to go. We go brick boarding after the Saturday. But Sunday, my daughter's in Girl Scouts. I'm picking up Girl Scout cookies. Sunday morning.
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeehaw.
you entertain now.
That's going to take all day Sundays. That's going to be separating cookies and delivering cookies. So.
I'm going to have to put a hole up in here.
Yeah, night shifts are not bad where I work. So
actually, I lied. I won't have to put a hole up there. This tree doesn't come down. Just this one does. Okay. This piece can come right off. I'll have to just carry that all the way over. Is there one down there? Where's this other one we had? Oh, now we're going full deep. I got to rip both of these apart. Oh, yeah, okay. Shit. Let's rip it apart this way then. Whoa. Whoa. Oh shit. It's getting sloppy. Yeah, we're going to be pretty busy for me coming up. I'll be doing, I was going to say 6 days, but I actually told work I'll just sign up. I'll just do all the weekends. I'll just work the next 2 months kind of nonstop. So we'll see how that goes before I have a meltdown.
you can sign up work weekends for overtime and then.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I did my job actually when I got young is because when I was super young, I'd just work for the man or whatever. You know, you'd be hourly, and I'd be in a manufacturing shop, cabinet shop. And they'd be like, no, you can't work overtime. You can't do this. I'd be like, well, dude, you guys got all this work. You're always bitching about how much work you need out the door. I was like, just let me keep hammering it out. No, you're killing our wage cost or our wage costs. Like, dude, I can't have this. So when I started working for myself, that was one of the keys is I want to cut out the middleman. So if I wanted to work 24/7, I could work 24/7, right?
Right.
If I want to work just 8-hour days, I can work 8-hour days. And it's busy enough here, especially now, the last couple of years, that I could literally work 24/7 if I wanted to. So I'll go back to working some long hours and hopefully buy some more Lego here in the near future.
Well, that's good though. The fact you can choose to work the overtime and get the money for what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. If you got a vacation coming up and you want to hammer out an extra week, you can get it done a little quicker. Or if you, got a vacation or a funeral and you need 8 days off or whatever, it's a little bit self-explanatory that way. Self-explanatory. What a dumb word. I should say user-friendly.
All right, back.
Okay, let's do this. Keep this easier. I will say this whole weekend, though, I feel like I've been making great progress on this. Hanging out with all y'all. This. Two studs out of there. Can I put this one window back where it originally was? Yeah, man, I think I can. Get in there, bro. Hey. I don't even have to move that. I just make myself a whole lot more work. 1, 2. I don't even think I can move that. Try this other way again. Oh, God. I think we'll be all right with that. These blue clips. Come on, don't sell me short now, bro. I'll pick that up later. Yep. It's not a great pair. I feel like this would be a little bit easier in Lego Digital Designer.
So I got tapped up, and the wife was like, "Hold on." By himself. Hold on.
Hey, it's all good, man. I'll hold down the fort.
You did a great job, sir.
I'm not going to say I'm going to lose the front gate or not, but we'll try to keep the fort under control.
What?
Okay, let's get this guy in here. Oh, okay. Now, does that line up? Okay, so that's going to go like yay. Dude, I think that's the money shot right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to line up. Keep two. Dude, we got lots of room. Okay, so let's jack some of this up then. Yeah, this is going to be hardcore. Oh, shit. There's the part attached to a door. Okay, leave that on. I'll take this off. Take this off.
So do you end up? How many parts do you think you'll end up trying to like pull from your own parts to make this fit? Versus like how many parts do you have left over?
Not too bad. I've had to use about 10 1 by whatever plates, I'd say. 1 by 8s, 1 by 6s. Actually, I lied. I'm going to say about 14 of those plates randomly. But for the most part, like I got, let's switch my camera again. I got loads of excess brick from ripping out the middle of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like all this is just excess that I'll go through and try and utilize before I start tapping into my own parts. But it's been pretty good so far. Literally like 14, 16 pieces I've maybe had to use.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad at all. Oh crap. Oh crap.
So have you seen this? I call this the Jabba the Hutt tower.
I noticed that face, hard to see because it's all purple, but
it's the bottom of the Snake Mountain.
Definitely the nose, the eyes.
Yeah. They definitely took this from Star Wars. I think He-Man was released after Star Wars. They definitely.
So like that wasn't even an original character or original whatever within scene within He-Man?
No, but it was part of the original Snake Mountain. There's a large blob-like creature.
Oh, they're trying to upsell it. Trying to upsell it.
Oh, the Jabba.
Mayo, no sugar, no filler, just real whole egg.
Oh, they don't say mayo? I didn't say mayo.
I'll have to hang my Mayo sweater up behind me.
No. You hang the mayo flag. Be like, where are you, bro?
Yeah, in loving memory. Okay, so, dude, we're almost there. Actually, we got the middle of this coming up.
This is now Dude. I don't know if Dude was here earlier or not.
If I took this out and switched it to a 1, 2, 3. No, just 2 because that's going to lean over. So switch this to a 2.
Join us because I know Dude was with Boozer and Willie and a lot of the other Tennessee lug. Earlier today, they were having 8-ball day.
Nice, I wish. I'll take 10%. Though it seems like they kind of fleece you a little bit. They get everyone in there on AFOL day. Whoop-de-doo, 10%. It's like VIP double points. But then you can only buy certain sets, so you can't buy any of that good shit. It's like, I don't know about that.
So that's good. So I mean, have you got a group by you, Macro, or are you in a isolated area as far as like AFOLs?
I got lots of Lego. I could join a lug, but we'll have like a Northern Alberta and a Southern Alberta lug. I don't want to get caught up having to drive 45 minutes on a weekend or whatever to 2 events a year or whatever it has to be, right? Just for 10%. Now I'd hit up that bulk lug Lego buy real hard though.
I mean, I don't know. It's more about that, but also, I mean, they're more and also to the.
I can also play Lego's game and hold them accountable to their rules and get free Lego orders like this one.
I mean, do you do a lot of shows, or you just trying to stay home?
I wouldn't want to have to do a lot of shows, especially if I had to bring like my own displays there. Yeah, it's not, to me, it's just not worth it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine.
That's probably the wrong word. I wouldn't say that it's not worth it. It'd just be, I'm not at that point in my life yet where I want to be traveling around, having to adhere to rules. It'd be fun to meet other people in my area that are in that lug.
All right. Well, if you know about shows and conventions, do you go to them and see what other people are doing?
I would if I knew about them. It's bleak here. There's not a whole lot going on. Like there might be maybe one in Calgary. I haven't even found out about it yet. There's probably guaranteed one in Vancouver, one in Toronto each year. But Vancouver's closest. It's 10 hours away. Toronto's probably about 22 hours away.
Right.
So, and I don't know if there's any in the city. Like they'll have, I'll say, a Lego show in the city, but it's like they rent out a community hall and a bunch of the 14-year-olds just bring their little builds and mocks. There's nothing really crazy. There's nothing, there's the parking sucks. So it's not even worth it to go, right?
So I mean, why does Macro not show up and have a 3-table layout?
Because I don't want to take the Lego out of my house. Now I've been working towards that. I could probably whip out that Black Falcon Imperial Guard castle layout, medieval layout, because it's all on 48 by 48 base plates. As long as they don't go bumping down the back of my truck and start falling apart.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'd spend probably 8 hours getting it there, a couple hours setting it up. It'd be pretty easy to set up. I'd probably spend another 8 hours loading it into the truck and hauling it back home and then getting it back into the house and all that. It's just for what?
Yeah, that's the big thing. If it's not like you can't just be there within a few minutes.
That's why I like YouTube, because I'd go to those conventions. Dude, I'd just set up a display with a TV and it just run my channel videos.
Right.
I feel like that would be just as good, I think. You'd have to be a big...
I'm glad I'm in a big enough town that we get the shows that come through. And honestly, I don't know. I feel this year I've kind of taken the lead on our Lego group here in the city, so
it'd be fun. Like once you're there, set up. If it was a week-long thing, like if you could leave a display there for more than 2 days, it might be a little bit more worth it, right?
Yeah.
And then I could see me like loading something into the truck and then dropping it. There's another week's worth of work or something.
Yeah, that's the thing is you gotta. Well, I mean, if you start traveling and displaying, you'll start building differently. You'll start building your displays and your builds thicker. You will start making them impact worthy.
And if you didn't start, I'm sure after that first learning curve, you'd definitely be adhering to that right away.
Like I don't build. None of my mocks are less than brick thick with a wall. Like I don't use one brick on exterior walls for anything. Everything is 2 studs thick everywhere. Everything's on mills plates. Everything is wrapping, bubble wrapping towels and.
Yeah, but again, like all that work, right? I mean, if you're having a great time of your life, you're meeting people, definitely worth it. But if I'm sitting there somewhat bored or secluded by myself, that's a lot of work, man. You're putting 16 hours into moving all that shit around. And it's like it's in your basement, so you got to haul it up the stairs, into the vehicle, hopefully back up to the convention center doors. If not, you got to put it on a dolly, wheel her in.
Yeah, but even that, I mean, honestly, I can be out of my basement and into a convention center within an hour.
I'm building the wrong way then.
Well, I mean, but that's, yeah, if you're in a part of the world where they don't have the large shows, I can understand how you don't want it.
8 wide, okay. 2 by 8. 2 by 8. Shield slept over, sword slept over. It's going to be working all right. Okay, 2 by 8. Got 6, we got 10. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 6. 2 4s might have to do. That's all we get is 2 4s. Damn it. There's Glade. Okay, so 1, 2, 4. First right.
All right, buddy. Well, 11 o'clock here. I think I'm gonna cut this off.
I hear you, man. Especially if you got to work the next morning or not feeling well. I get you.
You got anything coming up you want to let people know about?
I got a couple videos coming up. There's a Lego haul with a tip and trick on how to get free Lego hauls. Pirates video coming up. Castle update. City update. Definitely want to give a shout out to Ben's Brick Designs if you don't mind. He's got epic builds, epic sets. He's building mocks, and show that guy some love. He's getting close to 1,000, so let's get him there.
Oh, it's nice.
But I appreciate you having me on. It's been a while since we got to sit down and hang out. Much love and thank you.
Okay, I appreciate you hanging out.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
It's very rare that I actually, do a stream that people show up to. So.
We'll have to meet up, I'm sure, in one of these conventions and rock her out.
Oh my God, I would drive to Chicago and just meet you.
I'll be fine if you got the time. Yeah, I'll take you out for dinner in a non-gay, all straight kind of way.
All right, I'm gonna kill this live.